What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Battle Replay. So today we are actually playing Dwarves, yay! And the new Dwarves, I absolutely had a blast playing, and they're just really good. And this time we're taking on Bretonnia. So I have to say, I am a big fan of this Bretonnia army. We have Crusty Knights times 5. Oh no, these are defenders of the whatever, Knights of Errant. And they are actually one of the best shock cavalry in the game, in my opinion. Very cheap, they're frenzy, they're immune to psychology, and they have silver shield. They have a lot of charge bonus, and they're just the best cheap shock cavalry in the game. And they look gorgeous as well. And the Question Knights needs no further introduction. They have AP damage, they have a big ass great sword, and they have a horse. So Question Knights are always going to perform against Dwarves in a right situation. Especially the companions. They're the shit. They are pretty much the most elite units on Bretonnia roster. And they can definitely hold themselves against pretty much everything. Infantry, you name it. Infantry, SEMs, and anything is gonna suffer against them. They're just that good. Alright, so for the infantry, we have peasant mobs times 2. We have men arms with shields. This has a silver shielded times 5. And then we have Squires. Squires are also very good against Dwarves. There needs no further introduction. 5 of them. And we have Fae. Is that Fae? No, that's not Fae. That's a caster lord on foot, heaven, with arcane conduit, a sword of stone, which is like a bombardment spell, one-time use only. Channeling stuff, which is also very good. And we have this Chain Lightning, amazing, and Harmonic Convergence. I guess that's gonna buff those knights and do more hurts. And here we have a Danzo Heaven as well, so 2 spellcaster from a single lore, which is nice. Danzo is rocking the Power Stone and Thunderbolt. Now, and also Harmonic Convergence. Now, Thunderbolt is actually amazing. Like, especially I didn't notice this in the past, but Thunderbolt is gonna be showcased in this game. Really good stuff. All right, let's see my army. So I have how many runecaster? 1 and 2. All right, so 2 runecasters paired with the cannon. The rune lord is rocking Master Rune of Wrath and Rune, and we have another runesmith here, and he is rocking Hammer of Karadrats and Rune of Wrath and Rune. So 2 runecasters, 2 runes, and 1 Hammer of Kazrak, which is good. And I also have 2 Thunderers protected by Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors. These guys, the cannon, are protected by Longbeards with great weapon. And here I have Bugman Rangers times 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 6 range units, and I have 2 cannons, and I have 3 minus blasting charges up in the front. I have Dwarf Warriors and Longbeards here and there. So yeah, let's see how this battle is gonna play out. So right from the get-go, as soon as I saw this army, I know that I'm kinda screwed. I know that on paper, there's nothing I can do to win against the loadout like this. Just the sheer amount of infantry, like if they can flank, they're getting rear charges, and also the knights coming at the right moment, 5 of them, there will be no chance. I'm gonna just get slaughtered. So this time, this is the moment you need to take a deep breath and really think straight. really just be very efficient with your minimum resources, because right now it looks really grim. So I'm kinda just putting my Dwarf Forest in like a 6 strength deep here, and also here the only thing in range are those man arms with silver shields. So there's really no good target for my cannons, and my opponent is so smart. He's actually positioning everything valuable just outside the radius of cannon, so none of his knights gonna get any damage by my cannon. Right now I switched my cannon onto the squires, and the cannon is also switched onto the heaven caster, but I think a better call will be onto the squires as well. And cannon still on the caster, which is really hurting my eyes, because he's not gonna really do that much damage onto her. There you go, Bugman Rangers are in range, so they're gonna fire away at those peasant mobs. There you go. And I can tell that my opponent is really experienced, because those knights are still not coming in. Only squires are attacking cannon bolts. And bam! That's the thunderbolt. And that's one cannon model gone. That's it. Like, I have never seen this thing before, because I understand that I don't really play that much lately. But the thunderbolt is gonna one-shot the cannon model, but at least it's not gonna one-shot all 3 of them, which I can't accept. So that's gonna be 10 wins of magic something for just one cannon model. I'm gonna take it. And here, my opponent is about to, like, he's really smart. He's basically using these to bait out the blasting charges. If these guys are on auto, they're gonna waste the ammunition. But luckily, I put them on manual. So yeah, I kinda countered my opponent's move, which is nice. I'm very glad that I can do that. And then the squires are in crossfire of these Bugman Rangers. I really need to just get rid of them straight away. And the cannons as well. Cannon is firing at the other foot squires, which is nice. And once these foot squires are in range of blasting charges, I'm gonna toss some blasting charges into them. And here, those peasant mobs got completely just shattered by those Bugman Rangers, which is also very good. And the cannon finally firing at those foot squires, which is nice. I'm gonna do a lot of pause this game, because it's really tactical about the things I'm doing. Alright. So I'm still not firing these blasting charges, because these guys are not fully in range. And here I casted the first Master Rune of Wrath and Rune onto these squires, because I don't really worry about man arms. They're not gonna do much against Bugman Rangers, and I have a rune node here to just smash them. But I really need to worry about the flanking foot squires. So that's why I peeled one of my thunders together with my cannon, and also I casted Master Rune of Wrath and Rune onto them to just basically looking to get rid of them straight away. Miners actually didn't toss those blasting charges, which is a little bit off on my side. And there's another thunderbolt. Let's watch that thunderbolt together. And I pulled the longest back a little bit, and there you go. Another cannon got absolutely shredded. Here in the center, thunders are firing into those full squares now. Same as this unit of Bugman Ranger. So I have 1, 2, 3 firing into these guys, and also the blasting charges are firing into them as well. So looking to just get rid of them straight away. I don't really worry too much about these full squares, because they are kinda depleted, and I can just chuck in one of my Dwarf Warriors to beat them out straight away. And here I have another combo here. I have 1 cannon and 1 Bugman Rangers, and currently firing into these foot squares, which did a lot of hurt, by the way. And also these blasting charges are coming in as well into the blob here, which is also nice. And as I said before, Bugman Rangers together with Rune Lord is gonna beat up those man arms. So far so good. So far still very tactical, and it's still in favor of me. A better goal right now would be sending in the Store Forest. There you go. They are coming in. Oh, where are they going? They should go in this direction. Anyways, I think I did some mistake here. But so far I'm kinda I'm okay with what happened right now. The knights are finally in range, which is nice. But I'm just glad that... Okay, so one thing here though, as you can see, these foot squads are already got routed. And this one on the side also not having a found day, and also casted a Rune Threaten Rune onto these guys to slow them down, to just basically make sure they come in really late. But in the center is pretty much all Dwarf, because I think I handled this initial push very well with my range department, and knights are still not coming in. So this is what I mentioned before, because you need to time everything together. In some situations it's good to wait, but in this situation I understand the logic. He wants to use the Thunderbolt, kill all my cannons, and then send in knights. But it would be so much better to actually wrap around with knights to deal with my range and my back line. Because right now my back line is pretty much unchallenged, and if you can handle my back line and also pounding my front line, which are only minors, with your squares, in that situation, then it's gonna be a totally different ball game in my opinion. So right now, let's assess the situation here, okay? So these guys got casted the Rune Threaten Rune, which is nice. And the Bugman Rangers are currently firing into them. And my cannons are firing into them as well. Cannons are firing to the foot squads once again. And these guys are giving my Rangers a chase. So that's a mistake. I should have done, but I think I can handle that because I still have 3 units firing into them. So they're gonna get taken care of straight away if I can kite a little bit more with my Bugman Rangers, which they can. And these Bugman Rangers, I don't really worry too much about them fighting man-arms and peasant mobs, but a better goal would be pulling them back a little bit, maybe this direction. There you go. I mean, immediately pull them back and then send in my Dwarf Forest. So I'm quite happy with the result here. And also here, take a note that 1 unit of Runesmiths actually rout off the pretty damaged foot squads, which is also very good. Now here, if I have like a 3000 IQ, I should definitely use my blasting charges into this blob. But apparently I didn't fully utilize my IQ. Here, as I mentioned before, I cut it a little bit further and those foot squads are gone. And while I was doing everything here, the knights are finally coming. I definitely think the knights are coming too late. That's the main reason why I still survived up until now. But now I have 5 heavy cavalry to deal with. I'm not too sure whether I still got a chance to deal with all of them. Here, this final Thunderbolt, bam, and it's gone. Wow, gone for good. So 1 cannon down with after 3 casts. And here, the cannonballs are shredding those defenders, which is nice. And now I'm just trying to position my Longbeards to hold those defenders. There you go. The squads are getting ganked on. Slow down things a little bit. Assess the situation. Actually pause the situation. Alright. So we have knights coming in really angrily here. And look at the damage of the squads did to my Longbeards. Oh my gosh. They were pretty damaged. And on the charge, they almost killed 1/3 of my Longbeards with great weapon. This is insane. So we have knights coming in. Knights coming in. Knights coming into the center. They got actually focus fired, which is nice. Those crusty knights are getting shot at by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, But the thing is, all my runes are down at the moment. I don't really have a good way to spam my rooms. And here, those miners still have blasting charges left. I really should have do more blasting charges manually, which I didn't, which I kinda tilted, because these would be a really good situation. So the question is getting focus fired. Those zombies can hold the charge, I think, and same as these Buckman Rangers, they're not gonna take a lot of damage from the charge because they're bracing and they have charge defense. And still very cinematic. That's gonna toast some Buckman Rangers, send them fly, but they're not gonna take a lot of damage, which is good. Cannonballs are coming in, and defenders are rushing in as well onto the Lombias. And here, Thunders firing into those defenders. Buckman Rangers are coming in, trying to fire some shots as well. These guys actually braced the charge, which means they're not going to take a lot of damage from the Questing Knights. And I mopped the floor with the infantry on the left flank. Now I freed up one Lombius with great weapon, and also I freed up a Dwarf warrior unit, which is nice. And here, those defenders not gonna have a good day against the Lombius with great weapon though. And also, I'm kind of happy with Buckman Rangers bracing against the Questing Knights. I don't think they're gonna die to them that easily. And here, this is the bad situation. You don't want to getting rear charged by the knights. And here, the center, actually my miners finally gave up, which is nice because they should have gave up a long time ago. Alright. And here, the true hitters, the true killers, the true companions are coming in. And my Lombias are not bracing, which means they're gonna take a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a slaughter fest. And here I need to pull them away a little bit. There you go. That Thunderbolt did not land, which is nice. And here, that Chain Lightning actually did a lot of damage onto my Buckman Rangers. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage. Luckily, Dwarfs are kind of resilient to that. And defenders got routed off. Questing Knights are having a world of trouble. They actually got casted the Hammer of Kazarak on, and they're not going to dish out a lot of damage. Here, one of my Buckman Rangers actually got dealt with, which I'm kind of sad. But now this Questing Knight's gonna pay. They're not gonna do that well fighting what I got here. And I'm quite happy with how my Dwarf Warriors and miners still holding there. And here, I'm gonna cast a other Master Rune of Rapid Rune, which is gonna slow them down for 30 seconds, and then I'm just gonna pin them down with my range, especially the cannons here. Oh, Questing Knights and defenders are coming back. They want to do more damage. And they did. They're gonna butcher those guys. Oh my gosh, that's not gonna be good. But I'm glad that I freed up one more unit of Lombius with great weapon. And here I'm actually quite happy with how Lombius great weapon actually can dish in back damage onto the companions. And then I casted the Frathen Rune, so basically keep them slowed the entire time. I actually double rune casted onto them. I know they're the true killers. I really need to deal with them. Just basically shooting the cannonballs into them, and also shooting the thunderbolts into them as well. Oh, they actually got a little bit questionable that they are trying to pull through. And here, they're gonna dive straight onto those Buckman Rangers. But look at the Dwarfs survived on this flank. Amazing, amazing. Oops, cannons are about to get occupied. That's not good. Run, cannon crew, run. And here, runesmiths are giving a lot of fight to those 2 infantry units. and the Rune Lord is actually beating up this Heaven Caster, which is nice. Thunders are still firing, which is good. But all my Rangers and Thunders are pretty much gone now. But I still have a couple healthy infantry left. And for my opponent, their units are pretty depleted, which is also in favor of me. Alright, we're just gonna watch some cannons. Cannon crew is still just observing in the distance, while all these longbeards with great weapon just yelling and you know, killing the full squads, which is nice. Fantastic, good shit. And here we have a strong Dwarf warrior unit fighting this Bretonnia infantry as well, and there's full squads and 2 units of full squads are actually getting engaged in melee with Buckman Rangers. But look at here, Dwarfs are getting occupied by that Heaven Caster. Knights are coming in. This is still pretty close. Cannons are back online. Shooting more. Oh, that's it. That's a Pyrrhic victory for Dwarfs. Oh my gosh. Now this is the kind of game you really get the most satisfaction out from, because you know that you're gonna have a really tough fight, and the way you can grind it and get on top, it's really satisfying. And the major flaw of my opponent is that the knights are coming in too late, in my opinion, because he basically let me to deal with the infantry first and then deal with the knights coming in 2 waves. But in my opinion, just one gigantic wave is everything you got, and trying to do more flanking, trying to do more evolving with your knights would be a better call, because you need to respect cannons, but you don't really need to respect them to a degree where you just don't engage, because it's gonna take a long time for your knights to run across the battlefield, and that's just shown in this game. Alright, look at the kills. I think I focused down a lot of full squads initially, like 3 kills, 20 kills considered really low for full squads. But I'm actually surprised that a couple of men-arms with shields actually did a lot of hurt to me as well, which is very good. I like the caster choice. I think Chain Lightning and Thunderbolt, like we all see what Thunderbolt can do, amazing against cannon. 3 casting, cannon gone. And Knights did okay, especially these 2 of them, the killers, the killer companions, and the Question Knights did really good. All to all, I think on Dwarf side, Buckman Rangers performed really well, Thunders performed really well. Pretty much all my units performed. Like, there were no units didn't get a lot of kills, which is nice. Runesmiths and Rune Lord actually did what they can to body block those knights and also body block the squads, which is fantastic. And I know I really enjoyed casting it. I really enjoyed fighting it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. For now, Archibald signing off.